Hey everyone, and welcome to another action figure collection video. As promised, I'll be showing you my NECA collection as well as some of the McFarlane toys I own. Since both NECA and McFarlane are pretty similar in the way they sculpt their figures, the accessories, some of the bases they include, I thought I'll put this all together in one collection. And I also know that they share some of the lines like Terminator, Robocop, the horror lines. So I feel that both NECA and McFarlane kind of are compatible with each other. So recently I've done the review of the NECA Terminator 2, Sarah Connor and John Connor Ultimate 2-pack. So this is kind of like a follow-up video where I'll show you the rest of my NECA characters and of course McFarlane ones as well. And I feel that both NECA and McFarlane have made a large chunk of some of my favorite characters from some of my favorite movies, all from the 80s, 90s and 2000s. So those of you who are big fans of NECA and McFarlane will obviously know that this is a very small collection. I'm pretty sure a lot more collectors out there have a lot larger one. So if you follow my channel, of course, you'll know that I do the Marvel DC characters, mostly in Bandai SH Figure Arts. Of course, I still will be doing those, so make sure you stay tuned to my channel for that. But it's also nice to sometimes get away from the superhero genre and kind of show you and share with you some of my other interests. So let's begin with the collection, and I think it's easiest to probably start on the side with some of the McFarlane Matrix line. They were some of the first figures I picked up as a collector, which was about 4 or 5 years ago. I'm going to show you the first one, which is the Neo Anderson from Matrix Revolutions, the third movie. This is from his final battle where he's trying to stop the Sentinels. And this is a very good sculpt of Keanu Reeves. I'm currently using the alternative head sculpt, which is the battle damage version where he's blindfolded. So it does include a base as well. And this is actually really nice paired up with the Sentinel if you do have that. I'm currently still looking at it and probably will hope to pick one up very soon. So yeah, this is a very cool figure from the Revolutions line. And then behind, I'm going to show you some non-NECA or McFarlane toys. This is the Trinity, Morpheus and Neo from the company N2 Toys, who made a lot of the Matrix line. And these figures are pretty simple in terms of articulation, but I think they kind of work. They stand well. They do have the weapons. So yeah, I do like it as a collection. And these are the only 3 I have at the moment. And then behind are in fact the 2 figures I picked up first as a collector. It's the lobby shootout scene from the first Matrix movie. Very, very iconic. Of course, of Neo Anderson and Trinity. And I feel that McFarlane were so creative in the way they made these figures. Rather than just creating a normal action figure, they kind of wanted to recreate the scene from the movie. So having them as a display is definitely very eye-catching. So we have Neo in the cartwheel. Of course, it has the gun. We have Trinity climbing up the wall as well. And even the bases are so detailed. They do include these 2 walls. And they've also got all the bullet effects as well added on. So fantastic job by McFarlane at that time. And these are definitely some of my favorite figures. And then at the front, again, this is one of my favorite McFarlane Matrix figures. We have Morpheus from The Matrix Reloaded. And this is such a iconic scene where he's sitting on his chair. We have the telephone, the table, and he's doing his speech. So I think just the way they sculpt this figure, it looks a lot like Lawrence Fishburne. And even though there's not much articulation, so he's pretty much going to be sitting there. I think just the way it looks absolutely amazing to me. And what I'm impressed most is actually the chair. It actually kind of looks like a replica of a real size chair really. And just the materials, the detail they put into it, it kind of looks like a real leather chair. So again, fantastic from McFarlane. So I definitely really like this figure. And then on the side, we have one from the third movie again, Matrix Revolutions. This is the final battle between Agent Smith and Neo. And this is such a iconic scene again from the movie in that rain fight. And they do actually include a base which kind of has these rain effects. And this figure actually includes a background scene, which I didn't put on at the moment. It has all the agents watching the fight. So that's actually very, again, creative from McFarlane. So it looks like they put a lot of effort in every set they do. So this is very nice. For Neo, he actually has the stand where he looks like he's flying. But at the moment, I kind of like it in this pose. Again, there's not much articulation on these figures, but if you get it in the right pose, it just looks fantastic. And then at the back, we have Morpheus, as well as the twins. Now, this is from Matrix Reloaded. This is from the car park fight, which of course led on to that iconic car chase scene. And for Morpheus, he does include the samurai sword as well as the rifle. For the twins, they do look pretty similar, although they are different in the way they're posed. One has a knife, one has a gun. And having this as a set is fantastic. I think the twins are actually quite rare now. So if you're still looking to pick these up, I assume that you're going to try your best to get them on a good price, but it's quite difficult now. For Morpheus, I feel that this figure is probably not as popular as the one I showed you earlier on, but it's still pretty good if you want it as a set. So this also includes a base sort of at the car park, as well as some of these brick walls as well. So yeah, it's pretty cool. And then since we're at the back, I want to show you some of the Kill Bill collection. So Kill Bill Volume 2, we have Pai Mei. This is pretty nice as well. This one actually includes a walking stick as well as I think 4 swords, which I currently don't have. I put them away. Yeah, this is a pretty nice figure to own if you're a fan of Kill Bill. I do actually prefer the first movie, so that's why I've got 2 of the characters in the box. I've still kept them in the packaging because I kind of just like it like this, just the way it's painted, the colors, the artwork. And I feel that both the characters are kind of in a pose already, and it kind of shows off all the accessories. So that is why for now I've kept them in the box. And I have Go-Go here, and of course the main character Beatrix, the bride. So these are the 3 Kill Bill figures I have so far. I haven't managed to get around getting the rest, but of course if I do see them for good prices, I will. So next we have a character you should be familiar with if you're into Resident Evil, and that is Ada Wong. This character is pretty unique, and I kind of like the look of her. Again, there's not much articulation on her apart from the arms, but having her arms folded with the gun looks pretty cool anyways. And this is currently the only Resident Evil character I have. And then we can move to the front, and we have a Godzilla. I believe this is the 2014 version by Neca. And this is actually pretty cool for a 1/12 scale of Godzilla. Of course, there are so many versions, it's very hard to really catch up with all of them. But if you're a fan of Godzilla, of course, it's nice to have. It does have decent articulation on the arms, the head, and even the tail as well, which is pretty long. So yeah, this is pretty cool to have. And then I'm going to move all the way to the back now, and I'm going to show you some of the 1980s anime Akira, which is very, very iconic and groundbreaking at that time. We have the 2 main characters, Kaneda and Tetsuo, and these again are made by Mcfarlane. Now, there's not much articulation and movement on them, but you kind of get the right pose. I mean, for Kaneda, you get the gun, get the bag, you have goggles as well. For Tetsuo, you do include the sort of long arm, the infected arm, which I didn't put on. So I'm currently using the small one. Both these are pretty good sculpts. And if you're a fan of Akira, I'll say they're pretty much a must-buy. They also made some of the biker gang character, I think one of them, and also the bike. Didn't get around to getting the bike either. I don't think that's actually fully licensed, because I feel that some of the stickers on the bike were a bit different to what we see in the anime. And also, Kaneda cannot sit on it anyway, so for now I didn't get that. So that's the Akira characters. And then at the top, this is actually a bootleg version of the Christopher Reeve Superman. I actually didn't know it was a bootleg at the time, but I got it for a very, very good price. I've kept it in the box for now because I feel that there's no need to really open it. I've got a few Superman figures anyways, and I just kept it in the box for now. So hopefully some of the new companies will make a Christopher Reeve Superman. Someone like Mezco, I think, are doing one. Maybe SH Figure Arts will do one as well. And then on the side, we have another DC figure. The 1989 Batman, played by Michael Keaton. And I'm not sure if you can tell from the video here, but this is actually another bootleg. You can see that the paint job is pretty bad. The cowl is not fitted on properly. And just overall, you can definitely tell it's kind of like a knockoff. I never got the chance to get the real NECA version of the 1989 Batman, because I think you had to buy the DVD or Blu-ray at the time. So for now, I think it's pretty expensive. And since Mezco and also SH Figure Arts are making one, or they're releasing one very soon, I'll probably just wait for that and just skip the NECA version. But those of you who have the original NECA Batman, of course, it is a classic, so it's a great figure to have. So yeah, that's the 89 knockoff Batman. And then we can go down below here. We have two of the Eric Draven The Crow figures. So this is of course from the classic cult movie, played by Bruce Lee's son Brandon Lee, who of course tragically passed away during the set. And this is actually a very, very good sculpt in his iconic pose with the long jacket. Really nice base. This is made by NECA. It does include the crow, which you can remove and place it on the graveyard. So yeah, this is actually very nice to have. Not much articulation again, but having him in this pose is pretty iconic. And I got round to picking up another version. This is from the final battle, where he removes the kind of decoration from the rooftop, and he has that fight. So no long jacket here, but it's pretty cool to have as well. And then behind we have this chateau staircase scene. Those of you who followed my channel about 2 years ago, I did a unboxing of this set, which is from the Matrix Reloaded. This is where Neo fought a lot of the villains, where he stopped the bullets. And just the way McFarlane created this is absolutely fantastic. A great piece, the way they've sculpted every detail on the stairs. Even the weapons you can remove from the wall like he did in the film. You have the weapon here which Neo uses, and then we have one of the villains crashing onto the statue, which you can actually break apart as well. So every detail they put into this is brilliant, and I definitely think you should own one. Even if you're not a fan of Matrix, you can pretty much put any character on the stairs, whether it's John Wick, it's Batman. You can kind of create like a good scene. And here we have Neo diving, doing the kick. I don't think it actually happens in the movie from what I know. So McFarlane just did it like this, just for this set. And there's not much articulation, but if you want like a really cool action scene, this is the one to get. So yeah, I'm very happy with it. So then we can move to the front now let's go to the last Matrix figure I have, which is Trinity from Matrix Revolutions. This actually includes a stand, which she actually is diving out of the city. It also includes these bullet effects, which I didn't put on at the moment. But it kind of works like this as well, because if you remember, I think from the first movie, when she jumps through the window and then she falls down the stairs and points the gun at the agents, it's kind of like that scene. So I kind of got her in this pose. And then we can move on to the Terminator figures. So we have the Terminator from the first movie, the Tech Noir. And this is such a fantastic sculpt. Again, this is made by NECA. And to me, this is probably the best sculpt of Arnie in any scale, in my opinion. Even Hot Toys probably didn't get the likeness in him. Just look at that face. It resembles Arnie so much. And this is just an absolutely fantastic piece. Even the way they designed the jacket, the paint, you have the chain, all from the movie, all the way to the gloves, the boots, and then of course that gun. This is a really nice figure. This is the Tech Noir Terminator, so I really like this. It does include a alternative left hand, as well as the rifle he uses in the bar as well. So yeah, this one is one of my favorites. And then we can move to the middle. So you can see we have the endoskeleton. This is the Neca version, again with the gun. Very good sculpt again by Neca. Just the way they built this endoskeleton. When you move him, the pieces move inside. And by the way, not all endoskeletons are actually made that good. McFarlane made some. Even the Neca clamshell version, some of the eyes were a bit odd. But this is the one that came in the kind of square box. So this is one of the nice ones. Look out for the eyes when you buy an endoskeleton. T-800 from Terminator 2. This is the Pescadero Escape. So this is Arnie from the sequel. They actually made so many characters of him, so many versions from different scenes. They must have at least 5 or 6 of him. And at the moment, this is the only one I have from T2. And I think it kind of works as it's from the early scenes of the movie. Just in that leather jacket, sunglasses and shotgun. And it's also paired up really well with John Connor. So John Connor is the ultimate 2-pack. So you can see that he has the updated jacket, which the original one didn't have. And this is a very good sculpt as well. And at the front, of course, we have Sarah Connor. This one was actually similar to the original version. So I'm currently using the standard head sculpt. They do have 2 other ones and more weapons as well. So just having these 4 together, I think it makes a great display. So those of you who are Terminator fans, I'm pretty sure will have all 4 of these characters. And that's not the only Neca Terminators I actually do own. I do have the Kyle Reese from Terminator 1, which I can show you here. And I didn't get around to opening this, but this one's a pretty good sculpt as well. This includes a photo of Sarah Connor, so that you can see there's so much detail. We have the gun, his long jacket. It's a shame that Terminator 1 didn't have that many releases, because I think they made the Terminator 2 figures first. Because they were so popular, they decided to go for the T1 ones as well, which they didn't actually make a Sarah Connor. And of course, I've got another Terminator 1 figure. This is very iconic. This is the police assault, where Terminator goes in and goes on a killing spree on the police. So this is actually a very good sculpt figure, as you can see. Again, Neca have done a fantastic job on Arnie. It includes the alternative head sculpts and of course his 2 weapons. So this is a figure I really like as well. And I'm looking to pick up more, including the T-1000 from Terminator 2. That one I'm missing, as well as some more Arnie figures from his final battles. So stay tuned, as I'll probably update you guys on those if I do pick them up. And then I have another Neca figure, which I haven't opened. This is another very iconic character, John McClane from Die Hard. So if you're a fan of the Die Hard franchise, this one's for you. It does include the gun, as well as a really nice stand from the movie. So again, Neca put a lot of effort in these characters, and yeah, the sculpt is pretty good as well. So that is it for my small collection of the McFarlane and Neca toys. I will be looking to add to my collection, especially for the Matrix, Kill Bill and Terminator lines. So I'll definitely update everyone on those. In the meantime, you can like, share and subscribe to my channel. And also stay tuned, as more of the Tamashii Nations SH figure arts for the DC and Marvel characters are coming soon. Thanks for watching and hope to see you next time.